Okay, and welcome to the Revanites podcast. This week we talk about the one and only Middle-earth, the world of J.R.R. Tolkien. You have my axe. This is me, Mr. Dan Nedden.
My bow, I am Ash Hughes.
And my sword, I am Hugh Phillips.
Lord of the Rings, boys. Hobbit, Silmarillion, all that good stuff.
Yep.
Let's get into it, is it?
Can't wait.
Lovely.
Boom. Alright, gentlemen. Lord of the Rings. Or Middle-earth, I think, is the fairer term, seeing as it's more broad.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the score then? What's the situation? I mean, I know Dan, I, as always, have known you for a long, long time, so I know you've been a fan of Lord of the Rings a long time. I think all three of us were that perfect age when the Peter Jackson trilogy come out.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, really, what can you say about Lord of the Rings that hasn't been said on how many uncountless podcasts before?
Tell you what we can say. Everything but Lord of the Rings.
That's true.
Silmaril. There's so much to look like. That's for me. I think Middle-earth is a fairer term, just because Lord of the Rings is such a small
aspect
part of that world.
Yeah, it's basically like saying Batman for DC Universe or Spider-Man for Marvel.
Exactly.
It's such a small part of what it is.
Or
really.
the Skywalkers for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to it. I mean, like, where do we even begin? At the beginning with Luvatar. So, did you ever have Mr. Gay as a teacher? Because I know you were like
definitely, yeah.
So I'm assuming that was your first like introduction to Lord of the Rings.
No, not really. I don't know, because I know you had Miss Reese, didn't you, for year 6?
No, I had Miss Davis for year 6. I had Mr. Gay in year 3 and year 4.
So Mr. Gay was a big lotterer, was he?
Yes. So
right.
My first introduction to Lord of the Rings came through Mr. Gay telling us, reading us The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, but not like reading them to us, just telling them from his pure memory.
Yeah.
But he had it like nailed. Because he was also my rugby coach. He used to play for Mumbles.
Yeah, he did.
And his dog's name was Bilbo, and all of this was like before the movies come out. So he was a huge Lord of the Rings fan. He was a huge Witcher fan.
I didn't know that.
He read a bits of The Witcher.
Nice.
Told us about like the Trojan War. So basically, Mr. Gay was just a massive geek.
He was sound as well. He was
awesome,
a great
man.
teacher. He
sparked
really
my interest in history, but because like things like that, he
definitely,
was, like,
Oh yeah. Well,
so
we did.
good, man.
We did the Black Death with him in year 4. So it was
we done the Tudors, and I done Romans with him in year 3.
Nice.
Or vice versa.
Nice.
But he told us like the whole Middle Earth thing, and then like 2 years later, the Fellowship of the Ring come out, or a year later or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
And I remember watching it, and then obviously realizing that it was what Mr. Gay was telling us, and I was like, oh shit! It was I think it's the bit where they walk past, the 3 trolls from the Hobbit. I was like, Mr. Gay told me about this. Love Lord of the Rings. Yeah, so that was like my introduction to it.
Nice.
I think my first introduction to Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit was probably in primary school about year 5, where we had like this massive sort of was it like a what do you call it, like a thing for books, basically?
Book fair?
Book fair. That's the word. I don't know why it lost me. I pictured it.
I was going to say library first. I was like, that's too easy.
No.
Yeah.
And during the time, like Lord of the Rings was sort of coming into like the Fellowship of the Ring coming out, and they were sort of they had all the books there and The Hobbit.
Nice.
And I think The Hobbit was the first book I properly read through and through primary. I loved every bit of it.
I see. My book fair experience was Captain Underpants. That was my.
Captain Underpants.
I remember Captain
Underpants. That was my book fair
go-to.
Woman. Oh man, it was
Captain Underpants.
The titles. Yeah, this is going to be very obscure for people who did not grow up with these books. Then please have a check. They're great.
They are fantastic.
Captain Underpants and the Attack of the Talking Toilets. Oh my god!
Preposterous play.
Did you ever check out that film? Didn't they come up with a film of that? And
I think they did. Yeah, it was a film and a series. Yeah,
I got about 10 minutes in the film and I turned it off.
I'm not surprised.
Shocking.
Yeah,
but it may just be that I'm older now. But
we grew up with them, so it's like our
Oh man, Captain Underpants, deep cuts, bro.
Yeah, so we're not doing Lord of the Rings in this one. We're going for the world of Dave Pilkey's different books, Super Baby and his dog. But no, we're not. Lord of the Rings. This is Lord of the Rings time. This is.
So games. I mean,
of course,
start with games. Games are better than they had a right to be.
Yeah, especially for the time. This is PS2,
be that good,
PS2
man.
And GameCube era.
Yeah,
I think
100% agree.
The one we've got to talk about is Two Towers.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, I remember playing the Fellowship. I remember getting to like the giant spider bit, the bit the giant spider, which specifically isn't Shelob.
Yeah.
And that first one is just over the top hard. It's solid. And then Two Towers comes along and it's like, oh, what a perfect.
I think Two Towers
game.
was the first I played. I don't think I ever played a Fellowship. But
I prefer Return of the King, but Two Towers is just as good.
Yeah.
That opening level of Return of the King though with Gandalf, where you're just finishing up Helm's Deep.
And I like the introduction, where he jumps over as well, and he just jumps straight in as Gandalf. You can't get a better intro to a game, really. And I've played a lot of games in my life.
I maybe remember this wrong, but with the shift from cutscene to or movie scene to actual in-game cutscene, then game itself, it was pretty smooth as far as I remember. It was movie scene into in-game cutscene in the same frame pretty much as far as I remember, and then into game. It was
melts in.
Very well done. Again, like I said, way
better than they have a right to be.
Yeah.
Who made those? Was it? I want to say Activision.
EA. I think I remember. It might have been Activision or EA. Or I think
EA
had a collaboration with it.
So when EA was still good.
Yeah, back when they didn't want the money. They cared about their
didn't
fans.
know what money was.
The money.
Yeah.
Yeah, EA's a bit of a funny old company. Speaking of EA, KOTOR remake.
Yeah, I think we all saw that earlier today, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, they say all like every couple of months there's a news story about Knights of the Republic remake. So I always take them with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
Or Knights of the Republic movie or series or
Or as they're trying to call this one a reimagining.
It's never good when that gets put into it. Especially when we know nothing of the.
How much are they reimagining?
Yeah.
The only thing that needs to be changed about KOTOR is the combat.
Yeah.
Just leave everything else. I mean, obviously update the graphics, but leave everything else. Every single thing about that game is fine.
Was KOTOR turn-based?
Yeah, turn-based.
It was turn-based. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't even that. It's like this. It's like a weird hybrid between turn-based and live action. So it's not like.
Yeah.
It's not like Final Fantasy turn-based. No. It's like the game pauses, you select a move, but then it's live.
Right.
But you still kind of got that turn-based idea of like pick a move rather than just hack and slash.
I hope they don't try and do a hybrid version of the two. Like that was a system within Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch. I was like, if it was just turn-based, it would have worked fine. If it was live action, it would have worked fine. But the mix of the two,
that's kind of what
it's so clunky to do and get right that it's just unneeded really to put that much difficulty into it. I think to do it in KOTOR that would just ruin it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
If they had like with Fallen Order, the combat stuff from Fallen Order,
that's exactly what they need. Is that
they need that?
But again, the problem with that is you kind of party management. Like, do you just give them really good AI or?
Yeah, that's true, isn't it?
I think you should put a command on the, like the bumper buttons, like press R2 and Y, and someone will use like Force Lightning or whatever.
I don't know, because if they could always do it like I don't know, like if people played New Vegas, where you speak to your companions and you can assign them
different,
like melee attack, range attack, keep close, keep back.
Yeah, that's when you can do that on KOTOR with the turn based.
So I feel
there's definitely ways around it. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean. Yeah, I'll wait and see. If it comes out, I'll play it. But again, I always take KOTOR news with a pinch of salt. Always.
Yeah. I mean, how many times has this been announced before?
Because there was a fan remake going on for it.
All right.
I think.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I can't remember the name of the company.
Like
and it was going really well. Like it was looking really nice, but then Disney put a stop to it as. Well, these companies do.
We remember what the
like Pokemon notorious
or like
for it.
Yeah, like the leak of Star Wars or what would have been Battlefront 3 when that was released and then taken down when Disney acquired Lucasfilm. That was that briefly popped up again on TikTok. I was just scrolling through TikToks and someone had uploaded a commentary over parts of the trailer and talking about land to space, space to land, blah blah, all that stuff. And it looked fantastic. It basically was the same graphic as Battlefront 2, which is as we all big fans of that game. But
I loved it.
It's such an interesting way they were doing it. Battles were massive, but sadly we got left with the shitty Battlefront 2
shambles. Of Battlefront.
Pay to win.
Yeah, it is literally pay to win.
I've played about 10, 15 minutes of Battlefront 1, and I hate every minute of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Even playing as Darth Vader, and I hate every minute of it. That shouldn't be a thing in a game.
yeah, you shouldn't hate being Darth
No,
Vader, should you? Unless you are actually Darth Vader, in which case you should probably feel pretty
The
guilty.
game is lacking so much content; it's basically unfinished.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's EA in that shut up, don't it?
Yeah.
But
Back to Lord of the Rings.
or Middle Earth.
Or Middle Earth, yeah. Shadow Mordor series. I mean,
I've only played the first one, but
those games,
Loved it.
how is Shadow of War?
fantastic.
Is
Yeah,
it really?
10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
You'll hear a lot of negative shit about loot boxes and loot crates.
You always
Don't
do
buy
that.
the hype.
No.
Don't believe the hype.
Don't believe
You always do though.
unbelievable game because you actually recommended it to me, and then
I
I
love
went,
it, yeah.
and then I went to game on the a few days later. And I was looking for it, and he's like, "Oh, what kind of game do you want?" I was like, "Oh, I've heard the Shadow of Mordor game is really good." He goes, "Get it." And he found the copy straight away.
Tier.
Nice.
He found the copy straight away. He's like, "Play that." And he said, "If you don't like it, I'll literally give you all your money back."
I know it is just a top tier game.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Shadows.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
The
game.
Nemesis system is revolutionary. Like,
I loved it.
once that becomes more of a thing, like if Assassin's Creed can figure out how to integrate the Nemesis system without like being sued by Warner Brothers,
Yeah.
then that is going to revolutionize
Well,
Assassin's Creed because just it's perfect.
Obviously, if people are familiar with the original Assassin's Creed game, so from two to Revelations, I say. If you're familiar with those games, the Nemesis system will be very, very familiar with you. You know, it was basically the prototype, you know, if you call it that, of the Nemesis system, and they basically use that as a template for it, which is nothing wrong with that. You know, it was a fantastic system, and you might as well build with it.
I mean,
I just found it. It's quite fun in Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, don't mind those.
I think it's really fun in Shadow of Mordor because you can do so much. You can just be you could be fighting a load of orcs and then suddenly out of nowhere.
I spent countless hours just interfering in orc politics.
Yeah,
Like that is what that game is about for me.
Yeah.
Because I can spend
love it.
I can, as soon as I unlock like Brandon, I can honestly spend about 60 hours just playing Lord of the Ring, Game of Thrones orcs. Do you know what I mean? Because that is essentially what it is, and that's what War just expands on even more.
Yeah.
Is it like gives you a bigger ring to do that stuff in?
Yeah,
And it's fun. Like you generally get attached to orcs.
yeah,
Like so in Shadow War, the Shadow Wars, I know loads of people hated that whole entire section because it is really hard and drawn out and a bit
it was
much. But also like if you're like me where you are willing to spend just countless hours interfering with the orcs politics, like the Shadow Wars can be like one of the most devastating and also like fulfilling periods of any game because you could be like fighting next to an orc that you've spent like 60 hours like training, making sure he becomes a warlord and then dead, and it's just like because he's taken an arrow to the fucking eye and it's like
was it Burrs? The guy. Bruce. I love Bruce. I thought he was class, and when he betrayed me, it hit me in the heart. I got so attached because he's my main bodyguard as well.
You can rebrand him.
I made him cry.
But he
You
stays,
made him cry.
he stays broken. If you rebrand him, he does stay broken. He just wanders around the fort being like, "Oh, it's your fault." Bruce, man, what a legend.
And I had one then where I was assaulting one of the final strongholds, and I even had two.
Khazad-dûm, is it?
Might have been, and I infiltrated the two of the chieftain's bodyguards, and then instead of actually helping me, he jumps down, attacks the guy, and he stabs me in the back. And says,
love it.
And he betrays me. So then he not only kills me, he kills his master, and then takes over instead.
That's fair enough.
That's it's really intuitive. It's genius.
So
it's one of the first games where I really do feel like the enemies have really good AI like that, and they to betray you and then betray. That's
Lord of the Rings Episode 1 or Politics. New game by
but it's interesting as well because to see how they work, because you can bring them up through various the fighting trials and all that, and the amount of stuff they do. And it's so good. I can't even express how good
that
it is.
feeling though when you're like one hit away from death, and just as that arrow comes towards you, your guy saves you. Like it is such a good feeling though. Like, yes,
it's like my boy.
And then like 10 minutes later, he might betray him, stab him in the back. Love it.
The guy that really annoyed me in Shadow of War. Who's the necromancer? You know what I mean? The orc kept coming back over and over again.
Oh god, yeah. He's specifically designed to counter everything you do.
Oh, right, okay.
He's purposely meant to be hard because I don't think you can brand him either.
No, you can't. Sucks. Like you kill him, or you think you kill him, and then suddenly he reappears and is trying to.
Yeah, no, he's meant to be like a pain in the ass. That's his whole existence. That's one of the only things I didn't like about that game is the Balrog stuff. It's a bit.
I think it was too overhyped for what it was. I mean, you got this.
It's just a quick time event. I mean,
yeah, it's like it was really cool, right? But you think you could have a bit more to do with it. I mean, it's a Balrog at the end of the day, It's like I see what they're trying to do. Like Sauron wants Balrogs, but they ain't gonna follow him anyway.
But the point is that Sauron didn't bring that Balrog back.
No, they did.
Necromancer is trying to do like his own
little thing.
Yeah.
What do they call him? Tau Goldur, innit? I can't. Targoroth. That's the one.
Yeah, I got a thing with Balrogs. It's like if they didn't put it as a quick time event, Talion would have no chance of defeating the Balrog. It's a Balrog. I don't know.
Yeah, he got lucky, mine.
With what's her name?
The female Ent.
Yeah. The lady Ent.
Yeah,
I just feel
they do like give a fair enough reason for why you can be. To be fair, it kind of makes sense in game world. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like it's too short. I feel like the Balrog should be a thing through the entire game rather than just that little like subset of missions.
Coming back, And what would be cool is if he had his own like personality sort of thing. Like when you see him, he's just sort of raging on and on. But it'd be cool if he could actually be his own true thing. You get me? Like it's own AI, not just some fucking monster going wild.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, if you want Balrogs, be the Silmarillion, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they were pretty organized when serving Morgoth.
Yeah, they were intelligent and like cognitive and
so. And it'd be cool to see a bit more from that, like to have a bit more of Morgoth into a Balrog, because like if you read into it, like what they're like. You think, oh, I can't wait to see that. And when you see Targoroth, you're like, oh, come on, say something. No.
You want to see him at least going through a fortress.
Yes.
Like I wanted to see him terrorizing a fortress, but.
It's a shame.
Do you think it'll be a third game? Because I mean, there's that thing at the end of the ring flies off. But where'd you go with that? I mean, I think if anyone, I think obviously Talion's done.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it going with Eltariel, but did you play that DLC?
I started it.
I wasn't a fan.
It's not worth following.
I don't like not being able to brand people. It's alright. It's the difference is rather than branding the orcs to make them work with you, is like you do them a favour or a fetch quest or some shit like that, and they agree to work with you, which I didn't really like.
No, kind of defies the objective then, isn't it?
I mean, to be fair though, if they give her the ring back in a third one, I suppose she'd probably be able to brand, wouldn't she?
That's true. And also because then again, Talion was also a wraith technically, wasn't he? So,
but that
Celebrimbo, that shocked me. I was heartbroken.
I know, like twist of the century.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What? I'm not going to say, right?
Like you see shades of it through the game, but it's just so unbelievable to think that he would do that to Talion.
After all he's done,
like that whole bridge scene, I was just like, no. I was like, Celebrimbo, I swear to God, I will crucify you if you do this to me right now. And then he does, and it's like,
why?
But I think that's kind of the thing, though. Like, I think if there is a third game, I think Celebrimbo is going to be the villain.
Do you reckon?
Because he's just lost it now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's insane. And plus, technically, he would have been bonded with Sauron for like 60 years more.
Yeah, that's what the whole part of the Eye was about, isn't it? It's just them two fighting for control over and over again, but they're equally as powerful. And that's what I liked about it. So also, why an eye, innit? But it turns out there's a literary reason.
Sense. Yeah,
there's a reason why he is an eye. And
like, obviously, I know that the canonicity of the games is kind of murky, but I feel like that is a fair enough way.
Yeah.
Because the eye isn't canon anyway. The eye doesn't exist in the books.
No, it doesn't.
Like, I mean, it kind of does. Like, he describes it as that, but it's not like an actual
eyeball
physical, like what it is in the films.
Right. So, because I've never actually read... Well, I've read up to the Council of Elrond in Fellowship, and I haven't read the rest of the books, just because... When I was reading it, the Council of Elrond was such a slog to get through.
Yeah, it is. The books are a lot to take in.
But
so, like in the book, Sauron like still exists as a physical presence.
Right.
Like he's still Sauron, but he's just shell of himself, so to speak.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
He's sort of like basically like in the episode 9 Palpatine as such. He needs that.
Yeah, and like so the eye is kind of like someone describes him as like a big flaming eye, but it's not actually like
An eyeball.
a thing.
Right.
Whereas obviously in
So I guess in that respect, it's sort of like he's always watching, especially when the ring.
He knows what's going on.
Whereas in this, they've actually interpreted him as a giant eyeball, flaming eyeball.
And I think the game gives a decent explanation for why that is the thing. I think that makes sense.
I think so. What do you think about Isildur when you find out he's a ring wraith?
I love it. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I thought the Witch
But
King...
I loved it because it kind of brings it a little bit full circle for
I can imagine of all people, Isildur would have been a ring wraith though. It's like, it's like of all the people corrupted by the ring.
Like people's issue with it is obviously that like the ring wraith kind of existed before that anyway. Yeah. But the game sets up the thing of, well, the ring wraith's ring can be passed on. It's not the person, it's the ring that makes the ring wraith, which is true. Yeah. So I think the Isildur thing does make sense, and I do like it because, like I said, it makes him a bit more relevant.
It gave it a good reason why Talion was sort of must have like stop at that point and go, oh well, I don't want to.
Yeah, I bet you never watch the Way at the Top scene again without thinking, it's Talion.
Yeah, I will. I always think, when I told people about it, it's like, it's like Talion. Like, who's Talion? He's one of the frigging he is the main guy that peeks over the tree. Yeah. That's Talion.
Is it really?
Yeah, that is Talion. Because they come after the end of the game.
The third ring wraith on the left when the Witch King stabs Frodo.
Oh, okay.
He's there. That's why he's one of them. It's really well because
I didn't realize that.
That's what I love with the game at the end. Because even though like he's like, oh yeah, Talion's a ring wraith, it has.
They give him such a good end.
Yeah, and it gives them. They go for the effort of showing him which parts of all the films that he's there in.
Right.
So he was there. Like he got nailed by the freaking wave. He got nailed by this, and he was flying the freaking Nazgul at the Battle of the Black Gate.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh man, yeah, it was really good.
What I like, I liked the Witch King's presence in it. He's so badass in that, but he also sort of treats Talion as a bit of a friend as well at the end.
Well, he's just trying to corrupt him, isn't he?
Yeah,
which works.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, he like has war with them for what, like
fucking
hundreds of years.
Yeah,
like that's such a cool what a cool character, like story arc. Like, right, I will sacrifice myself and become a ring wraith, but I'm going to stand guard here and make sure that none of Mordor leaves. Yeah. Like, what a badass. What a badass.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just constantly under siege, like,
what did you think of first fighting the ring wraith for the first time? I loved it.
Yeah.
It was, I don't know if it was the music, it was just the scene, the atmosphere.
It is a good fight.
They are so... It's quite scary in a way because, like, the way they fight. They're really good sword fighters. And like you're just there, like, what's he gonna do? He just fucking swipes at you.
You're always on defense with the rig race. Like you're constantly countering or dodging, and then just waiting to get maybe like 2 or 3 hits in, and that's it. Yeah, the Shadow games are good.
I love the Shadow games. One of the best things.
Better than he deserves. The Nemesis system is just genius. It's brilliant.
I don't think it'd be as good a game as it would be without the Nemesis system.
No. Well, it wouldn't be because you wouldn't. That's a lot of it depends on those relationships you have with those orcs.
Otherwise, it would literally just be like another Two Towers game or Return of the King game, just like. And the fact it's RPG just makes it a whole lot better.
Yeah.
What do you think about the fighting systems? Like pressing Y to do it, or would you rather hold certain buttons to block?
It's the Arkham's.
That's true. Yeah, it is. Yeah, same guys that made Arkham.
It's the Arkham template. I mean, it is what it is.
I liked it. I had a bit of a challenge.
With combat like that, there's only 2 ways you can go with it. You either go the Arkham style, where it's just counters and mashing, like Assassin's Creed, or you go the Dark Souls route, which more games sort of are now, like the newer Assassin's Creed.
Fallen Order is
Dark Souls.
That's very Dark Souls, yeah. And I mean, the newer Assassin's Creed, like Origins and Odyssey, have got that. Stamina, R1, R2 combat.
Yeah. Okay. I think Origins is definitely with more Dark Souls-esque. In the way you have to time it and dodge in that sort of way, and you have these massive enemies.
Inventory. I mean, you can switch your weapons, which is great for the Assassin's Creed series. I think it needed a rehaul, and
definitely.
I haven't played a lot of the news. I haven't played anything after Rogue. Rogue was my last one. No, sorry, not Rogue. Black Flag. Black Flag was my last, which is a fantastic game.
I played Rogue and hated it.
A lot of people did. A lot of people did. It was just because
I liked the story, like the idea of an assassin becoming a Templar, but Rogue was a game that very much felt like it was pushed together using like
It was.
bits
It
and pieces from other
really was,
games.
I sort of played up to Black Flag, and I think that was me sort of done then. I like the idea of the one set with the gladiator coming to Rome, is it? Love the idea of the
That's the
Spartan.
second one, isn't it? Oh, the Spartan one. Oh, that's Odyssey.
I like the idea of Odyssey. I did like the. I've played parts of it, and I do like the idea of it. And they got Ragnarok coming out now.
Yeah,
that does look like a really good one.
It's been announced, but we don't have. I don't think we know anything about it yet.
Oh right, okay. But I like the idea of that though, because it'd be really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I haven't played anything after Black Flag, but I think I would be interested in seeing what Ragnarok would be. Yeah.
Most like, if you could set an Assassin's Creed game any time period, what would it be?
The Victorian London was always a big one for me, but obviously it's been done with Syndicate.
And it is good.
But
I thoroughly enjoyed Syndicate.
Yeah.
I'd like it maybe in Paris or something.
Unity. But I know Middle Ages always
Middle Ages.
just knights versus knights, or that sort
But
of.
not in Accra, like more.
Yeah, more.
Europe.
That's true. It is. Assassin's Creed 1 is in 11th century now.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, like
12th century.
set it in more Europe.
Yeah. I think especially with the engines they have now, like what was the medieval game they had? Kingdom Come Deliverance, which it's been panned, by everyone played it. It was basically sort of like you're a farm boy or something like that, and things happen. You go with your friends, you throw mud at someone's house, blah blah. But then it's all you're like first person and getting drunk really severely tanks your vision, your movement, or it's really like every little thing you do affects your character in some way. But which I get a lot of people like, but also if you're trying to play a game like that, it's such a new way. Too much all at once is going to ruin it. So I think a medieval, maybe even bringing plague, which is maybe the Templars or the Assassins, even is they're using a piece of Eden maybe to bring the plague.
That'd be good.
Because the Black Death is 55% of the European population wiped out. It doesn't seem like, obviously we can imagine now, it doesn't seem natural.
It'd be cool to see a sort of twist on that.
You could put that into conspiracy.
That'd be a really interesting thing to do.
It would be like, obviously you have like a sword is a first civilization thing. You find it's like Excalibur, for instance.
Yeah.
That seems like such
King Arthur.
You have King Arthur's tomb, who was
that would have been the Dark Ages as well, so they could do pretty much.
What are the
Dark Ages would be a really good era for Assassins.
Because they could mostly do anything they wanted to. Because the Dark era, like just fuck it, unicorns, dragons.
I think have it set in the medieval period, sort of like 13th, 14th century with the plague and everything.
Yeah.
But have things from the Dark Ages, so say like King Arthur's tomb. Merlin was a god. He was
like he finds the piece of Eden.
He was Toff or something like that.
It's a good shout, Dan. You sold me.
That is good.
$50 million. Go make the game.
So Assassin's Creed Plague Times is out next year. If you send me all the money, I'll have sent to you soon. Yeah.
Done.
But back to more press matters. Lotto games. One I've got to give a shout to is the Lego Lord of the Rings game.
I've never played them.
I didn't.
Amazing.
Wait, there was a Lego. There was a Lego Lord of the Rings game.
Yes, and Hobbit.
Really?
Which I haven't played yet, but
I like the Lego games. I don't know why. It's just.
So
I think they're a bit naff. I used to love them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be buying a Star Wars Lego game, right? I'm going to buy that.
Get the complete saga. You can get that now. Which I bought a while back. But yeah, Lego Lord of the Rings. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
It really is so satisfying. It's one of the newer Lego games, so they've got voice acting in it, which I feel takes it out of the Lego game thing. But still, if that bothers you so much, put on fucking mute. Turn the subtitles off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you could probably pick that up dirt cheap as well now.
I got it in CX in town a few months ago for, I think it was like £4.
Oh, beautiful.
And I got Hobbit at the same time for about £4 or £5 as well.
I found the other day, just going through because I had a massive clean out my games room. I found on PS2 because I was that kind of guy. Fellowship of the Ring on PS2, Two Towers, and Return of the King.
We'll play them soon.
Yeah, I'll make sure they still work. Oh, I was so chuffed.
The thing with the Lego Lord of the Rings game is, so for people who've never played the Lego game, Lego games are basically a
Smash everything.
Smash everything. Not right. It's not a children's game as such. It's not like
No,
what it
it's
is, it's an old school
it's
platformer.
basically
It's
so
that traditional 90s style
Yeah.
platformer like Crash, Spyro. But
it's taken
with Lego.
films. So they've made Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones, Star Wars,
Harry Potter.
Jurassic Park.
Harry
maybe?
Potter, Jurassic Park. So say for instance they take adult films like Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, the monkey head scene. A traumatizing scene for a lot of people. In Lego, it's Lego
And
fight,
they
so you
make
can
it,
imagine what it's like.
parody and spoof it.
The monkeys sort of appear out and they run everyone. It's
makes
it's
sense.
that thing. They take adult
It's
films
PG.
and make them
It's just a little bit PG.
They make it a
but
bit
that
more-
doesn't mean it makes it shit.
No.
Like if you know the films, the humor is fantastic. No, all the little bits you think, okay, that's the thing. It's there. And with the Legends, they also add in little bits that aren't in the films.
I like the little Easter
that may
eggs
also
and
be in
stuff.
the
Yeah.
films. Like Tom Bombadil is in.
Well, we're not talking Tom Bombadil today.
No, I know. I'm just
No,
saying.
That's the first and last mention of Tom Bombadil on this podcast ever. Done.
So
I like,
issues.
Carry
I
on.
like my man. I
But-
like Stevie. He's super.
So it's just so satisfying. Like you start off in the Shire. Obviously, actually no, sorry. You start off in 3,000 years ago. Isildur there battling.
All right.
You start as the movie starts. You start in.
Yeah,
Mount
so that
Doom.
makes sense.
It basically follows the
Tutorial.
movies, and obviously with little bits here and there changed with Lego. And you do that pretty much the same as it does for the film. Instead of a finger, I think his hand or his like his entire arm or something like that is on the floor. Because Sauron, instead of Sauron being a normal Lego minifigure, he's the giant constructs that you can get. So he's one of those.
That makes sense.
And you start from the Shire then, and you work your way through all the films. And it's just an open world. You just sort of travel through and you sort of see the train change
pretty
from
cool.
the Shire into the
that's pretty
forest,
cool.
into Bree.
That's
Bree is actually a full town as well.
That's the only thing. Like, I mean, I don't take it away from our old because obviously in a story sense it makes sense. But with the Shadow War games, imagine if you had all of Middle Earth, just all of Middle Earth. It's just
Going for Rohan would be.
it would be amazing. Like
Lighting the beacons as you go and
that would be an achievement for definite. 50 gamer points.
Oh yeah.
Light all the beacons in there.
50.
Absolutely.
But it's
They could be your waypoints, like
Yeah.
the towers.
yeah. But it's just each moment from the film as well, from the films, is just in obviously Lego form, but it's just so satisfying seeing them on in a game as well.
The conversion, like that is the thing with Lego. You can't take away like the attention to detail they do with everything they do.
And you know, the newer Lego games, they have some more dynamic combat system. So it's not just punch one stop. It's punch one stop, flow into the next movement. It's the Lego games now, especially with something like Lord of the Rings
pretty good
in the
design.
big battles. You know, Helm's Deep and everything.
Yeah.
It really is. If you haven't played that, it's worth a play anyway.
Yeah. Did any of you ever play the MMO?
No, I
No, I
started
didn't
it briefly.
actually.
My laptop couldn't run it.
I never played the MMO.
I didn't get into much.
I didn't play the Battle for Middle Earth, the PC.
I did neither.
I hate the
I played them. Yeah, the
strategy.
RTS games. I love RTS games, but
I like an RTS.
yeah,
game.
they're alright. I mean, look, RTS games are all exactly the same, just reskins of each other. You make a base, you make it like in barracks, get soldiers done.
You Zerg Russia.
So, I mean, that is what it is. But the MMO was,
What about the Third
that's
Age?
exactly it.
I never finished
Third
that.
Age. I
couldn't
didn't
get
play
into
the
it.
Third Age. No.
No, I couldn't get into it.
What's the other one? There's something to do with the North. Is it Battle for the North?
Battle for the North, I think was
The Third
one of
Age, or
No, I just think
Battle for the
a
North.
game
of
That's,
RTS.
that's about the Witch King's forces, I think.
Yeah.
I think, but I never played it.
No.
I didn't
The
really,
Hobbit game.
yeah.
What about the Hobbit game?
never played it.
The Hobbit game came out.
The Hobbit game.
Yeah. The Hobbit game came out years and years before the film. Like it was its own
Okay.
thing, and it was brilliant. I can't believe neither of you played the Hobbit game. It was
No.
amazing. It was. I think it might have come out like maybe like just after the Fellowship. I think they were trying to capitalize on that.
Oh right, I don't think I've heard of that one.
Yeah, man, it was
Honestly.
awesome. It was really good. That's it. 2003.
I've seen it. I've just never played it. I've only ever seen the cover.
Yeah, and it was absolute bang. It was like kind of a bit like Legend of Zelda.
Right.
Okay.
It
pretty cool.
does look like Ocarina of Time or something.
Yeah,
like that.
it was like that sort of dungeon crawly, but obviously through the
right.
plot of. It was really hard. I remember it being solid, but I was also really young, so
Yeah, I found that with Fellowship of the Ring when I played. I just literally didn't get it.
yeah.
It's just so complicating. I did parts of it, so I just about made it out of the Shire.
Yeah, that's when like I made it out of the shot. I literally remember getting as far as like fighting this giant spider and just couldn't do it. I'd
Too much.
be interesting to go back to it, see if it was an age thing.
Now I've got a bit more experience, I suppose I could try again.
Because I played the first PlayStation 1 Spider-Man game really recently, and I used to love that game. I remember
found
it being like
so
long and really good.
I never completed. I never completed either 1 or 2, but I didn't get past the aeroplane scene in 2 because I couldn't fucking web up those propellers for some reason. I web up cartridge I did in 1. Cool, it's done. Whatever, and that fucking starts one. I just could never do it for some reason.
When I had my PS1, it came with Let's Get Ready to Rumble, Sheepdog and Wolf, Sheepdog and Wolf, and Spider-Man Enter Electro 2.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I was doing, but
That's a great game.
I loved it. Enter Electro 2 was so good. But I had no idea what I was doing. Just do it, and you're like, oh, it's actually really fun.
I will say, speaking of games that had thing better than they deserve to be, is the Amazing Spider-Man games.
Yeah.
They released just after the movies.
The Harry Potter games.
Yeah, I played a couple of Harry Potter games. Order of the Phoenix, in my opinion, was probably the best one.
Yeah, Order of the Phoenix was good. I think I definitely played 1. 2 I played quite a bit. 3...
Prisoner of Azkaban was a decent
4
game.
4 I played to an extent.
I think Prisoner of Azkaban was the last one I played, because I remember that last mission.
Prisoner of Azkaban
where you fight all the Dementors.
Mainly because you could some Patronuses, but in Chamber of Secrets, mainly because you could fly a broom. You could fly a broom around Hogwarts, which was awesome.
Yeah,
and you could fly off roofs as well, which is the best thing. It's like
Harry Potter is another series that just needs its own open world RPG.
That would be really good. But I think it would be good if you could see it during the first war with Voldemort.
First Wisdom War.
Yeah. That's my thing though. See, that's my thing with RPGs like that. Like, I wouldn't want a Lord of the Rings RPG that ties into Lord of the Rings. I want like a standalone story. Like if they do a Harry Potter RPG, I don't want it to be anything to do with Voldemort.
Would you just want?
I don't care.
Would you want to make a character go through the years and then?
Yeah, but not even necessarily like the Harry Potter years. Just any random school years, like whether it was in the 1930s, 40s, 50s. But I just want my own character's story.
That's what I mean. Would you want to go through year 1, 2, 3 and learn spells? Do that?
That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Like, well, the games were sort of like obviously if you take out Harry, Ron, and Hermione, replace them with
picture Bully, but Harry Potter, basically.
Yeah.
Like, well,
that would be
like
good.
a Bully, like if you went to certain classes, you'd get like, if you complete the class, you'd get like a perk or like a benefit.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
But like if you don't attend the class, then you lose
Yeah.
that. But if you go, then you get like extra 5% damage.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean? Like things like that.
You had similar stuff like that in Order of the Phoenix, except you didn't do it. You just had to go out and find the ingredients, wasn't it?
Something like that, wasn't it?
It was a bit annoying, to be fair.
All the things was a big game as well.
It was a massive game.
It was pretty much, Hogwarts as well, obviously not all of it, but a lot of it.
But I
and
think
it was the grounds as well.
I think they rushed the ending.
They did, yeah.
Like I like the fighting style, how you had to do. I remember different patterns of the analog sticks to conjure.
Did you play on Wii?
No, I played it on
that was
PS2.
good. That was they actually worked. With,
that would be really cool.
Like it was
some things are just made for Wii, but the Wii just was not a good console.
No,
obviously the Wii itself was thing. It's just the they were too ambitious with certain things. Like it wasn't reactive enough. Even when it got Wii Plus, I never knew. I never noticed any.
And Wii Fit, man, don't even get me started on that.
I played Wii Fit a lot when I was in school.
But I mean, but then I had the core. I was doing the freaking yoga stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, you're a couch potato. I was like,
fuck you.
I'm like,
you are 15. The least couch potato person I know.
Yeah, and Nintendo have the audacity to call me a couch potato.
Yeah, like.
Damn you, Nintendo!
Oh, God.
Wow, yeah, that is a bit bold of them. They obviously have no idea who.
And I have I was like 17, but I have the age of like a 50-year-old. I'm like, what?
It was cruel.
It would not shy away from calling you unfit.
If it looked on like an actual scale, it's said something. Obviously, it's like
If you don't make me laugh, was We Fit for dogs.
Was that a thing? That
was a thing.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, you could do it for your pets.
Let's remember they are Japanese. Of course, that's a thing.
Anything's a thing for Nintendo.
Let's have a look then.
I'm pretty
Japanese,
sure. I had to shut up.
But
I'm damn certain they did it. They had a thing for We Fit Pets, I think they call
We
it.
Fit Dogs, yeah. Well, no, it was We Fit Plus, but it had support for dogs.
right.
But I mean,
It's kind of true.
But
I mean,
still-
yeah. Sorry,
Did you guys ever play?
there was also
Croc?
a Wii Sports dog.
that's the one I was thinking of as well.
Croc.
Yeah, PS1.
Oh my god, yes.
Do you
oh
remember
my
Croc?
god, I
Croc.
do. The little
Right.
green guy.
So it was on the same time we had Crash,
you had to get him
Spyro.
from the cage.
Yeah.
Oh god,
So
yeah.
at the same time as Crash, Spyro, and those sort of mascots. And basically Croc, it was an island. These little fuzzy. Yeah, that's it. These little fuzzy Legends of the Gobos. That's what they were called.
Yeah, I
And
remember Croc.
they there's a little fuzzy thing called Gobos, and they found Croc's egg when he was floating down the river, and they raised him. And these demon things, I can't think what they're called though. And they basically kidnap all the goblins, and then Croc has to go and save them. And it was so like. if you look at it
Damn,
now,
I vaguely
look at it
remember.
like compared to now graphics, because it looks so shit. But I
It looks
played
like
it.
the
I
reskin
played it.
Spyro.
I played it a few years ago. It's actually really good. It's like still nostalgic, though the control system is like you can't. It's not like a fluid.
Did you ever
movement
play the
system.
Muppets Monster Adventure game for PlayStation 1?
I did not.
That sounds familiar.
I used to love that game. That
What
was
about-
that was like my go-to
Have you got?
game.
Can you see the cover?
Oh damn!
That
I remember it.
You had to go around like saving like specific monsters, and then you get to play with them. You
That looks
start
familiar.
as
Did you ever play
Kermit.
the M&M game?
Eminem,
No.
as in Eminem the rapper, or Eminem
No,
like, the
M&M
sweets?
the sweets. There was an
No.
M&M's game. Have a quick look if you can find that. It was
G-Police.
No.
But what's it called? I got. They had the Alien one. They had one for Alien. They had Toy Story.
think I played Toy Story 1. Did you play Phantom Menace?
Toy Soldiers. Yes.
Phantom Menace PS1
That was
game?
so awful.
That was so
but-
hard
Oh,
as
God.
well.
Yeah.
I didn't get off the tree for
What about,
every shit.
did you play Jedi Battles?
No.
No.
That was good. You could play as either, I think, Mace Windu, Plo Koon, or Adi Gala.
That's pretty cool.
And it was basically just the plot of Phantom Menace, but just with one of those three instead of anyone else.
Did
What was I going to look up? Sorry.
M&M
game.
game. Did either of you play the pod racer game for N64?
Yeah. That was decent-ish.
I'm not a big fan of the pod racing episode 1 anyway, so I don't think
It's pod racing!
it'd be a bit useless for me to play.
Now this is podcasting.
I don't think I could bring myself to watch the pod race.
yeah,
ever
Eminem,
again.
Shell Shocker,
That's it. I'm a
Racing
episode
Gunner.
1 fan, so
I like episode 1. Don't get me wrong.
yeah. That's
Oh
it.
damn, I remember that. I know. I think I loved episode 1, but I just the pod race. Why?
The pod race is specifically put into episode 1, and this is a fact. It's not me just being
Oh, yeah,
pedantic.
it is there
It's
for a
specific-
reason.
Yeah, the reason is to sell the pod racing game. That was purely it. In fact, the footage from that scene is from the game.
I fucking knew it. I knew it looked like thing. Yeah, it is. Pretty sure I knew it.
No, that is generally a fact. They were doing
Yeah.
a pod racing game, and they were like, "Oh, we need you to put this in the film so we can sell it," and that's why that scene exists. Fact.
Oh.
I like the pod racing scene.
And also, they used clips from the game in episode 2 when they go in the bar to find the changeling,
Oh yeah.
and his pod racing on the TV. That's just the game.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah,
If you've got it, fucking use it.
yeah.
But
So that's why the pod racing exists.
right. Did either of you ever play the Revenge of the Sith tie-in game?
Yes.
That was brilliant.
Brilliant
That was
game.
the arena mode where you
The-
just.
just
the Mace-
pit them
the Mace-
against each other.
The
Did
Mace
they do a
Windu
what
fight.
if as well? Did they do a what if
Yes,
story?
it's actually called Revenge of the Sith, where instead of Obi-Wan winning, Anakin wins.
Yeah.
Really?
And
nice.
What
basically,
if
like,
parts of the
you
story
turn
is
up, and then like the
nope.
Emperor's like, "Oh, here's your new lightsaber." And he actually just kills
Kills
the
the
Emperor.
Emperor. Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, I'm in charge now." And I was like, "Good on
Man.
you, mate. Good on you. Change the course of history forever."
Yeah.
And literally undo
Yeah,
it.
the Revenge of the Sith game was good. Like so just that one-on-one
The fighting
mode is
style.
just
Yeah.
worth
Oh,
it.
that was so good. I will say Mace Windu fight in that was fantastic.
Oh, it's so
Great
good.
game.
Kicks fucking Anakin out the window, chase him out, kicks his ass all the way across the bridge, and then dies some freak thing. But fuck, Mace Windu wrecked doing that thing.
Yeah,
Class.
So
isn't
good.
it?
yeah.
It looked good. It was
A lot of good games out there, isn't there?
And like
Yeah.
the assault of the
Wow.
Jedi Temple for it was
Oh, such a
awesome.
great level.
You get to finally a bit more in depth of what went on.
Mm.
Like,
I
you
will
know,
say the best
And
Assault
some
of
of
the
the
Jedi
students-
Temple I think I've ever played in the game is Star Wars Battlefront playing as Darth Maul. It's just so fucking good. There's cars everywhere, and you just throw your lightsaber down it, and there's clones just die. And obviously they're on your
Right,
team,
center.
but still they die.
There's a good part in Fallen Order about episode Order 66
Is it?
It's really heartbreaking as well because he's sort of there like, no, why? Because like you're like a young kid, right? And like your master calls you up and he's like, oh yeah, go on, and he gets up and like your clone trooper friend fires some fake bullets at you, block him. He's like, oh, good on you, kid, you got this. And I was like, oh my.
I saw that the other day.
I was like, thank you so much, and he comes up there, and he goes, oh, he gets the pairs, and your master's like, oh my god, and he's like, what's the matter? And he's like, oh shit, and then. And you have to like go through it all, then escape while your master's wiping out these clone troopers, but you can hear them talking about it at the same time. It's really sad because they're just trying to shoot you, and like you're like, and like, why are they doing this?
I haven't played Fallen Order yet. I want
do it,
to.
mate. Do it.
I need to get it at some point.
They just released a new update for it now.
Yeah. Is that where you can
basically
get the orange lightsaber?
Yeah, basically making the pre-order pointless.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, that took me by surprise because obviously it's EA and they're the most money grumpy company, as one of them is at the moment. But
this is probably the best thing EA have done for a while.
It's the only good thing EA's done for a while.
Definitely. 100%. I love Fallen Order. I'll always praise it.
I do need to get it. Need to play it soon.
So, Lord of the Rings TV series on Amazon.
Looking forward to
What
it.
are we thinking? I mean, yeah.
I really haven't looked at anything into this yet.
Is there...
I was just going to wait and see what happens because I don't know. I don't want to chance fate.
Have they announced anything about when it's set? Because some say
Second Age.
Is it? It is the Second Age.
I think so.
Silmarillion era.
They released a map which has locations which only would have really existed during the Second Age.
So Silmarillion era with
Morgoth.
Morgoth.
Which I mean,
Morgoth.
That would be an amazing place. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of the only place you can really set a series because there is so much going on all over the Middle Earth that you can like jump places. Like realistically, if you were to do a TV series of the Lord of the Rings books, other than jumping between Frodo, Mary, and thing, it'd be quite boring because you would just be the same three people all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Silmarillions, you said there's battles and wars going on.
Yeah.
Everywhere. So you can literally just.
Did you read the books?
I've never read some.
It was hard to read.
It is hard to read.
Is it set like a poem in a way?
Yeah, you actually probably wouldn't find that hard because we are both classically trained.
We are classics. Yes.
It's a bit like.
To be fair, I am one sitting here with a degree in ancient history and history, so I can't say anything.
It is very kind of like Iliad type.
Right. Okay. I've heard it is difficult to read, but I wasn't sure how.
It's like it's just like each paragraph could be someone completely different from point of view.
Yeah, it jumps. What the problem is? It like chapter 1 could be set like. I don't know what the actual
I couldn't even announce
the Battle of the Ring, but
yeah.
So it could be like 30 years before the Battle of the Ring, chapter 1, and then chapter 2 would be like 2,000 years before the Battle of the Ring. Do you mean it's just all over the place? There's no structure. Yeah.
And the way he's written it, it's phenomenal writing. Tolkien is a great writer, and the way he wrote that was amazing, I thought. And the book is really good. It's just trying to grasp it. You have to sort of be.
It's that thing where once you finish a chapter, you got to sit for 10 minutes and try and sort of like pick it apart.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It is a really good read though. It's fantastic.
I that is on my list. I need to read Lord of the Rings because I have a hardback fabric of Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. So I need to finish that first before I want to move on to.
I'd skip Children of Húrin because that's
didn't read that.
Good.
I think I have it. It was in works for like $250.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it's all right, but it's just. Do you know what it is? My problem with Children of Húrin is it's kind of inconsequential. Like every other Lord of the Rings publication has like a major implication to the world. I mean, Lord of the Rings trilogy speaks for itself. I mean, it's the whole thing. The Hobbit's implication is found this mad ring. Do you know what I mean? And then the Silmarillion's implication is this is how this entire world started.
Yeah.
And then you've got Beren and Luthien, which is
their version,
which is basically which is kind of explained to Aragorn and her a bit, but it's also like Beren and Luthien are like really important figures in Middle Earth,
right?
So that has its reasoning as well. Whereas Children of Húrin is just kind of like a little
side story.
Here's a little thing that happened in this world that
kind of like filler stories, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, that's exactly
it. It fills the gaps in. Like that's why I love how big Middle Earth is.
Yeah.
That so much can happen during it. I mean, we got like the Lord of the Rings trilogy where they're all after the set to destroy Sauron, but there's a lot more going on as well.
Yeah.
Well, there could be more going on.
With the extended edition, how long is Lord of the trilogy?
3.5, just over nearly just 3 hours 45 minutes for Fellowship.
I always watch the extended editions.
Yeah,
I
Two
never
Towers.
watch the
Two
actual-
Towers clocks literally about 4 hours.
Fuck.
But it's so worth it.
So is it
Yeah,
about
yeah.
12 hours, 13 hours?
I think
Yeah,
Return
I mean-
of the King.
You're
was
talking
about,
best part of 12, 13
Yeah.
hours, yeah.
It's like, well, that's just one mission, from the Shire basically to Mount Doom. That's one mission. However, how long would you say?
It's talking about
Oh, it takes some years.
Yeah,
It's-
in the
it's
book,
like
in the
9
books,
years,
in the books, when Gandalf disappears, Frodo's
It's-
aged like 50 years.
It's obviously
Yeah.
in Hobbit years,
And
that's nothing. But yeah, he's about 60,
Yeah.
I think he is, or 50, 60.
Yeah, because in the book, because I think one of the reasons why Gandalf's like so surprised when he comes back and Frodo's not literally old. He's like, oh, you haven't changed. I've been gone like 50 years.
Yeah, I'm a Hobbit. Well, you've been studying my race for the better part of how many hundred years now, Gandalf? Come on. But it's
Come
like,
on now.
but it's like, that the Lord of the Rings trilogy is one mission basically.
Yeah.
So the entire journey takes about 6 months.
So
There's 17 years between Gandalf leaving the ring with Frodo,
17 years, okay.
and then
it's only
there's
17 years.
and then there's 6 months between leaving the Shire and
Venturing to
Maybe
Mordor.
maybe we're thinking that Frodo was 50.
Maybe.
Frodo.
yes,
is
yes,
50.
Frodo's
Yeah,
that's what we're
50s.
thinking of then. But yeah, but it's like, so that's 6 months of these Frodo,
The 9 of them.
9 of them doing this one thing. That's all it is. How many other things happen that we never hear, we never
hear.
see?
But we never even see any dwarves ever.
No.
In
No.
What happened to them?
Three. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what's going on in the Iron
No,
Hills,
we do.
bro?
We see 2 other dwarfs and we with Gimli.
Yeah.
And that's all we see. We see, obviously we have in the Hobbit, we have the dwarves of the Iron
Like
Hill,
what's going on with Erebor, son?
which
it
is
still
my
happening?
favourite thing
Yeah.
because he arrives at Battle Ball. That's my favourite thing. And just off topic completely, but in the Aquaman film, during the final battle of one of the kingdoms, the crab things, they're basically sea dwarfs. They speak like dwarfs, they're short and they're angry, they're dwarfs. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's my favourite thing about that film. In fact, it has sea dwarfs. There you go. That's my little Aquaman interjection. In fact, it has sea dwarfs.
Yeah. No, I really hope they go all in on Morgoth though. Like I'd love
I
to
really
see
do.
Morgoth.
Do you think we'll see some of the Grey Havens? Because we don't you only hear about it in the books.
Well, actually, see him.
I think that'd be cool to see because you only hear so much about it. It's like the elves' version of heaven, right? But like it could just be. I don't know if it
I don't
is.
really see it.
No.
Not unless it's like some like vision type thing. I don't.
No.
That's a mess. They don't really need to go in because then you got to explain why elves and everyone have like different versions of heaven and shit like that. And that's
Well, so it's just
That's
it's just
exactly
gonna be the
what
fact that
people-
they have like a fountain of youth or something like that. So that's what it's gonna be.
Well, what was your opinion on Sam pieing off his kids to go join Frodo in the Undying Lands?
well, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's no different to like your grandparents moving to Spain because they retired. Isn't it? I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
guess
fair.
so.
Because how?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they've been a bit fast and loose with the ring bearer thing, but
Well,
whatever.
that's a house.
I mean,
Well,
all right,
he
I
is
get that
technically,
he
isn't he?
I know, but come on.
But he could have been seduced by Sauron, innit?
Sam can't be seduced.
I don't think you should be classed as a ring bearer unless
Unless
you've
you
actually
actually-
worn it, like
That's fair.
properly worn it.
Because technically Boromir could have gone to the Grey Havens then.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we all know what happened to Bottom.
He's eligible to go.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't put the ring on, did he? He just held it and got manipulated by it. So yeah, he could be classed as a ring bearer.
But
Wait, Aragorn probably could have. I think was he classed as a ring bearer? Then?
No, I didn't touch it.
Did he not touch the
He
ring?
never touched the ring.
Oh.
He specifically refuses to because he's like, I don't want to be
He's the same as Gandalf.
Yeah.
If I touch it, you're fucked. Same with the Eagles.
Galadriel.
Yeah.
Galadriel always
It
wears
would
hers
be-
anyway.
It would be beautiful.
Gandalf's
Yeah.
like, oh, if I touch this ring, I'll just keep it and just use
Well,
it.
it's look what is going to be with the males. They're basically gods. If you have this thing, everything else is going to bow to them.
Well, to be fair,
How-
Sauron is a male, so I mean,
Yeah.
it would be exactly the same as Sauron getting the
Exactly.
ring, just
So it's like, except obviously Galadriel even says herself. No, I'd have, or Gandalf, one of them says themselves. I think both in a way. Like I'd have good intentions.
but the ring might not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the ring definitely won't. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have good intentions, but it'll just use me to have a host,
Yeah.
and then still try and get
Yeah.
out of Sauron.
You'll do a good thing, but like at a terrible cost.
Yeah, and then the good things will start being outweighed by the
Yeah.
things that they get to get the
What
good
about
things.
how Sauron went out?
Yeah, it makes sense for the films because I mean, look, you don't need to do Scourge of the Shire.
No?
They handle that perfectly. Show it as a little vision of something that could happen and just leave it at
What
that.
game featured that?
There wasn't one.
There is.
Yes, there is. Was it? It wasn't Two Towers, was it?
No, Conquest.
Yes, Conquest.
That was
you play
beast.
as Sauron and you play as Sauron.
You can take it from both sides, right? So you can play as the good guys and the bad guys.
Yeah.
If you go as the bad guys, you can play as the Balrog. You can play as Saruman, and back in at the very end, Sauron comes back and wipes out.
Punting all
hobbits. You punt hobbits.
It's
Whereas on the other side, you've got
beautiful.
Elrond, you've got other people coming back, and Aragorn comes back.
It's just not as fun.
No, I mean
you can't punt an Hobbit with being Aragorn. It just doesn't fit.
I don't think he
As
punts them
Sauron.
at all.
As Sauron, though, that fits.
Conquest was a cracking game. I
haven't
think
played it. I've used
it's a beastly game. Just like set during the basically like everything that happens during the film, you're there, but you're not playing. It's like Battlefront. You capture
like
command post.
Type
No.
Fair.
No, that's what I love it. It's all like free. It's free fighting.
Tactics, it was shit.
It's free fighting, but like you play as different. You got your archer, your spellcaster,
Right.
your main guy, and the stealth. And when it gets to a certain point in the battle, then you can play as a hero. So like
I got
the
it.
Battle of Pelennor Field, I think it's Eowyn comes back, and you can use Eowyn to fight the Witch King.
What a boring character to play as.
I loved
Fucking
Eowyn.
Battle of Power.
I think Eowyn was class. Did you know that when her shield actually broke and she screams out in pain, the actual actor fractured her wrist because she hit it that hard.
Useless character. I didn't realize.
That's it's the same when when Viggo Mortensen kicks the whole helmet.
Yeah,
when
he broke his toe.
Broke his toe. Yeah.
There's so many fun facts.
Talk
There's
about-
so many fun facts. He also
He bought his horse as well. Didn't
Talk about perfect casting though for Aragorn.
he? Yeah.
Bigger more.
Yeah.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
you know when the scene in the first one where they're up in the snow, him and Sean Bean hiked up there.
Yeah.
'Cause,
In full armor and everything.
in full armor, because that's why Aragorn's always up so sweaty and worn, because he wanted to get that feeling of how.
Well,
Natural, like,
yeah.
he slept with his horse in costume. He
Legend.
could sword fight anyway, and basically the sword fight was like a master anyway. Basically, he's the best person I've ever trained. I didn't really have to train him. He knew. I mean, languages he could speak. I can't remember.
I think he speaks Romanian.
So he learnt Elvish, really learnt Elvish. Like even Liv Tyler can do a speech from the river, but he learnt it and everything. And he was like, it's just the perfect casting. He could horse ride, like properly. It was insane.
He's a cracking actor.
So he is basically Aragorn.
Yeah.
And what was it? If you bumped into him in the street, he'd just headbutt you as a creep down.
Have you ever seen the film History of Violence?
I wouldn't have thinking about
No.
Sean Bean either.
Oh no, Sean Bean.
Gets stabbed in the pub, knocks person out, then goes back to have a drink. There we are.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Sean Bean's a legend.
A few years ago, he was in a bar in Edinburgh, I want to say, or Glasgow. Glasgow might be.
Glasgow's
it
probably
makes sense.
yeah.
And he was on a drink. And some guy starts him, and he stabbed him. Sean Bean knocked the fucker out, went back into used their first aid kit, and had a pint.
What a guy! Legend.
Called the police
What
and just had a
a
pint.
legend.
Oh man, I fucking love.
I like
Sean
how they brought Boromir back for the Return of the King Mine for that little flashback.
But that's only an extended edition.
Is it really?
I think so.
Bean. Which bit's that?
No,
wait.
It's not.
There's a flashback in Two Towers. No.
Return of the King,
Yeah,
isn't
Two
it?
Towers. No, it's Two Towers.
Of Boromir.
Yeah. Because Diana Force is in it as well.
Yes, he is.
And otherwise, that's only an extended edition.
I haven't seen the extended edition.
Yeah, honestly, the extended editions for my money are the only way to watch Lord of the
Yeah,
Rings.
Yeah, I've
I
used-
can't. You can't really
Like-
watch them anymore.
Like there are like that, like the Diana Force scene in Two Towers, like it shows him sending Boromir to Rivendell,
Right.
and like that's just not in the theatrical cut. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not vital,
It's nice.
but if you're like a huge Lord of the Rings fan, it is very rewarding.
pieces
to
it,
watch.
yeah, it pieces
There's
it.
little things which
Yeah.
are nice.
How does Saruman die in the normal cut? Because I can't remember.
He doesn't. He gets locked in his tower.
Right, because so the scene where he falls off and gets impaled, that is from the extended.
That's from the
edition, is it?
extended edition.
Right, because I saw
That isn't even in the book, is it?
And fucking hell, I did not. I was not expecting
Because it's
That-
Scourge of the Shire in the book, no?
just to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah,
It's such. It's such like a cartoon death.
it is. Yeah.
You can also go. You can also as he gets impaled. Wah, wah, wah,
It's kind of like because Christopher Lee wasn't a big fan of that either. He wanted because I think they did record the Scourge of the Shire, but they didn't put it
Well,
in.
yeah, they obviously
Yeah,
used it
'cause you
for the
have the-
flashback thing, didn't they?
Well, no, I think they did a lot more with it. I think they wanted to have that full thing happen. Then Peter Jackson's like, no, we're not going to have it. And
It didn't need it. It would have
No.
just been too much.
Yeah.
It just adds an extra 20 minutes onto a movie which is just already ended.
ended perfectly.
Yeah, like it's not needed. It's not needed in the book. I mean, it makes sense, but it's not needed.
No.
Speaking of Christopher Lee, I think it's in Lord of the Rings, sorry, they wanted him to. You want to scream as if someone was being stabbed. So if you're being stabbed, how would you scream?
Yeah,
And he point blank just turns around and just
like,
goes, I need to imagine how someone was screaming being stabbed. And they went, okay, sorry. And just a little aside, when Ian McKellen would have his Team Biscuits on set, the one who played Pippin, can I remember? No, Mary.
Billy Boyd.
Billy
Boyd's Pippin. Dominic Monaghan.
Yeah, the guy from Lost, right?
He would steal his Team Biscuits and eat them.
They seem like they all had such a really good relationship, didn't they?
I think it's only with Christopher Lee and Peter Jackson he would say he's a bit thing with, because he didn't agree on certain parts. I can understand that. I mean, Christopher Lee is probably one of the greatest actors, in my opinion, that's ever lived.
But didn't he know Tolkien as well? Or
I mean, the guy who was in the SAS, he witnessed the last beheading in France. I was like, fair play, mate, respect.
He was in World War II as well, yeah. So I think he did actually meet him. They were all like, it was Tolkien or.
I imagine they would have been around the same sort of social circle.
Yeah. They were in the same, in those sort of schools as well, weren't they? So. But yeah, it's like if anyone's going to be a Tolkien expert, is one who probably I think did meet him.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the Tolkien film, the one with Nicholas Hoult?
No,
I didn't.
It's trash. Don't bother.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, it is really.
Is
bad.
it basically like an army film? Just like a.
Yeah.
But he makes he makes Lord of the Rings along the way, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I mean it does kind of gloss over quite a lot of. It romanticizes him in a way that he probably shouldn't be romanticized.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
No.
Like we didn't need a film about Tolkien. I mean, because he wasn't great, really. So
no, he's just a guy who wrote he's a great author, very intelligent guy.
He's amazing.
That's like
as a human being.
Yeah. No, he's
like Lovecraft.
Yeah, he's a basic bloke, isn't he? He's a basic guy.
Great writer, but
exactly. Like
terrible
Lovecraft.
racist.
That's what I mean.
We were on with this.
They're very much the same reasons not to be. There's a reason there's no black people in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And that reason is Tolkien.
Yeah. Fuck. I didn't know that, actually.
Some people wear masks, we don't know. They're from the Eastern Lands, isn't
I mean, then again, you had that guy in February, at least they added one in the Shadow Games.
Oh, fucking hell. Baron.
I don't mind.
Pointless.
You say there's no black people, there are orcs. We don't know where he was thinking with those.
Wow.
Oh, fucking
I think that, yeah. We'll leave this here.
Yeah.
Next. Right. I got a game.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's going to be a continuous game.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep score.
Okay.
Oh shit, he's got the taser.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Right. So basically, I'm calling this Who Am I On About?
Right.
Okay.
I can describe Lord of the Rings character to you. Or characters.
There you go.
And the first person to guess who it is gets the point.
Okay.
So, we'll go off film logic because you haven't read all the books.
Yeah, okay.
So my first clue is... I'm trying to decide like how hard to make a clue. I'm not expecting names, but I'll give a bonus point for a name on this one. Rides a giant moose.
Bjorn?
Oh, I say Tom Bombadil.
No. The answer is never going to be Tom Bombadil.
Okay.
Right, that's right. It was a moose. Fuck, do you know it was moose?
No, next clue.
Yeah, go on.
Peter's in The Hobbit.
Oh, fuck.
Hobbit, oh shit.
I paid attention to The Hobbit, but not enough to know
Our
that
listener, whoever's listening to this now is probably already screaming the answer.
Yeah.
Next one.
Yeah.
Is the father of a member of the Fellowship.
Oh.
Gloin? Oh, fuck, Thranduil.
2 points for Dan.
When I got that.
Thranduil, Legolas's father.
I knew. I wanted to say Legolas's dad, but I had no
King of the
idea.
Forest, yeah.
Had no idea.
I
I
never
had
accepted
no
Legolas's
idea on
dad.
that. Had no idea on that.
Nice. Okay, so wears a green cloak. That should narrow it down to
Erwin?
approximately 9 people.
Yeah.
No.
Green cloak. Boromir.
Aragorn.
Is a hobbit.
Mary?
Fuck. I was
Point for you.
about to say
2-1.
Pippin.
2-1. Right. Okay, so rides a warg.
Azog the...
It's not Azog.
I don't know a clue.
Is it?
Next clue.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
Is an albino orc.
the pale orc.
Dan said that.
Oh,
Close.
Yeah, is his father or son? I thought that was. I forgot his
I
father.
thought it was
also
the pale. I
pale.
thought it was the pale orc.
I'm tempted to give it to Dan because you're kind of right with the sun thing. I was on about Bolg, the white orc who chases Keely and Philly.
Oh fuck! Yeah.
Oh, when you thinking of him. Oh, right. Who's he then?
Azog's son, I think.
I thought Azog was the son.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Let's have a look. I don't know. I might be wrong here.
Whatever.
I'm sure Bolg is the son, though.
I thought Azog was the son, that's why Thorin got him mixed up with his father.
Well, apparently he's not his son. He's just the
Right hand
son of
man.
an albino orc.
Right, okay, I got you.
Oh no, he is the son of Azog.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
oh,
no, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, so you're right. Son of Azog. So what's that? 3-1. 3-1.
Cool.
3-1. Oosh. Right. Okay, so next one. Where's golden armor?
Elrond.
Spot on.
Fair.
Nice.
Fair.
Right, this is the last one on who am I on about, and this is going to be the hardest one.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not, because I thought he was in the film, and apparently he's not. So who? Right, we're not going to do that one, because apparently it's not who I thought. I was going to do Glorfindel, who I thought was the elf that turns up to save him at Helm's Deep, but apparently he's not.
Who was that, by the way, out of pure curiosity?
Well, it's not Glorfindel.
No, it's not. I can't remember his name either. 'Cause I talked about it in work the other day.
Oh, what's his name then? Who's the fucking... I must find out his name. Haldir. No idea. No idea. Right, okay, so last one then. Is a dwarf.
I'm going to take a hit and say Gimli.
Balin.
No.
Thorin.
No.
Going.
No.
Philly.
No.
Killy.
No. It's not one of our
Go on.
13.
Oh, okay.
Next clue.
Rides a ball.
Oh, you prick.
Oh, fuck.
King of the Iron Hills.
Yeah, he turns up at the Battle of the Five
Yeah, he
Armies.
Son, no. Brother of
Oh, it's
one of them?
I'll accept the actor's name.
Oh shit, I forgot who plays him now as well.
Bill
Bryson? No. Bill Oddie? Bill Baby? Trying to get Bill's now.
Bill Burr? Shut up, yeah?
Fucking hell.
I can't remember his fucking name.
Bill is only like 90% right at the first name. Scottish.
I know what you mean.
Absolute legend. People are probably
Billy
ripping
Collin.
their faces off. Dan.
Fuck.
Dan with the point. What's
Yeah.
that? 4-3, 4-1? 4-1?
4-2, I think.
Either way,
4-2,
Dan's won the
Fuck.
first round. So round 2. The first one was, who am I on about? What's round 2? Who said it, man? So, I'm going to give you some quotes from Lord of the
I forgot
Rings.
Billy Collin.
I literally forgot his fucking name, and I was like, oh shit.
And you're going to tell me who said them. I'll give you multiple choice. I won't just expect you to pull the name out of the air. Let me just load up the file where I'd written down what I wanted. Right then. Who said... There is some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth
Samwise
fighting for.
Gamgee.
It's a point for you. You were straight on it there. You were straight on it there.
It's fair.
That was an easy one. For the time will soon come when hobbits will shape the fortunes of all. Want to take a shot without the multiple choice?
Gandalf?
Gandalf.
No. So, one of my options was going to be Gandalf, so we get that off. So that was either Aragorn, Legolas, Elrond, or Galadriel.
Galadriel.
Point to Hugh.
I was about to say Elrond, to be fair.
I was thinking Elrond, but I realised Galadriel.
The board is set, the pieces are moving. We come to it at last. The great battle of our time.
Gandalf.
Sauron?
Hugh again. Oh. That one's too obvious. I might skip that one. I would rather share one lifetime with you than face all the ages of this world alone.
Samwise Gamgee?
Aragorn.
Hugh. No.
Erwin?
Yes.
Oh, Eowyn.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what she said? Is
She
that
says that to Aragorn.
There you go.
Who's Sam saying that to?
Frodo, I was...
I know what you were thinking. That homosexual undertones.
No, because I know.
No,
There's definitely homosexual
brotherly
undertones.
love, actually.
No, because
Bro, boys, come on now.
It doesn't Eowyn say something familiar to Faramir in the extended edition?
No.
She speaks to him at the end. They're together at the end of it. In the Return of the King extended edition, there's a cut scene where they actually.
Wait, who did you say?
Erwin, the one's with Aragorn.
You
Yeah.
think he's on about Eowyn?
Who was you?
Erwin.
Oh, Arwen.
Arwen. I can never pronounce her name right.
Yeah, I
You
thought
thought he was on about
Eowyn.
You confused me then.
So I got confused.
I was
When
thinking, when the hell did like
when
ever
get
come
it?
across or Aragorn come across there? I was like, what? And surely Aragorn would have gone absolutely mental at that point.
Probably.
Like, oh, now we're at my coronation. You ain't talking to any other man about going away with him. The cheek of you, woman. God.
Imagine.
Right, this is an easy one, so I'm expecting a quick time in for this one. If you were a friend, speak the password and the doors will open.
Gandalf.
Who straight, and then again, who won that round? So that's 1-1. So going into next week, our score is 1-1.
Fair.
So, but now you know it's
Well done.
coming next week.
Thank you.
So now you need to know. You need to revise characters and what they said, because I will be keeping up with this, and we will be keeping the score. But at the minute,
Nice.
1-1. 1-1. Dan dominated the who is it round, and you dominated the quarter. You were lightning in there. Fair play to you. Didn't even give me a chance to give you options. Like top marks. Watching Lord of the Rings too much, you are.
I have too much time on my hands, guys.
What else is there? Toys. Do anyone collect Lord of the Rings toys? Dan's brought this lovely little Gollum statue today
It's so cool.
with his little fish.
It's just so... Like, it speeds up my shots. It's got a little bit of dust, but I think it just adds to it, that does. But it's just... It's so creepy. Like, his feet... I've never looked properly at Gollum's feet.
Yeah, they're so like unproportionate and it's weird.
They look more
aren't
like flippers now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
The detail is good. I had a Helm's Deep. Oh,
I still got Helm's Deep, yeah. I'm still working on it. Still working on it.
loved it.
Bit of backstory on that, because you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying, and I've been for a few years, which means I should probably give up now, to create a miniature Helm's Deep. It's more or less done. It just needs to be, like, actually put together. You know what I mean? Like, I just need to put it on a table, and it's done. Yeah. Action figures. I used to have all the action figures. I don't know where they are now.
Yeah,
No, I just put them away. I put them away. I think they're up the loft.
Yeah. They brought out some good ones.
Yeah, I had Aragon. I had I had some of the Nazgul as well. I
nice.
actually I had a Nazgul, and I can't remember where on earth I put that.
I remember a friend of mine had the cave troll from Fellowship at one point. Fucking good figure that was.
Yeah.
Big as
Yeah,
well.
they done good figures back in the day. They had good
in the day.
articulation. Like, I always remember losing the swords because they'd come out of the
Oh yeah.
Oh,
scabbards.
God.
That's how good the detail was. Where you could actually
Yeah.
put the swords in and out. 'Cause
Yeah.
I lost.
remember, like, the straps.
I
and stuff.
lost
Yeah, they were wicked,
Aragon's dagger. They claimed off freaking lures. Is it? I had that. I
Nice.
remember dropping it. I dropped it in a freaking toy box. I haven't seen it since.
Oh, you never do. You never find those again.
No.
Nah.
I'm a sucker for the reshoot there. I was worried because one of my Star Wars figures, I had the original blaster, and it fell out because I was stupid enough to fucking move it when I was absolutely smashed. Dropped the gun and left it in the box. I was like,
That's when nothing. It basically is a little portal of a Bermuda Triangle.
yes.
For toys.
That's why you should either blue tack them to the figure's hand or sellotape them.
Yeah.
Top tip. Oosh.
No, I never collected the figures. I think.
No, I
They
mean,
were quite rare to come by, really. They weren't. You
Yeah,
wouldn't
that's the
find
thing,
them.
like,
you didn't find them in your average store.
yeah, you can't really find them when you do. They're mad expensive now.
I tell you what used to be good for figures years ago. It was people from Swansea know what I'm on about now. Is where the pound shop used to be. No, the pound shop is now the big one in town, opposite Waterstones.
Like, by Woolworths.
A little up from there, where they have like couches and shit like that for like credit.
Yeah.
That used to be the old pound shop,
Alright.
and it was just
No,
really
yeah.
good for fucking figures.
Yeah,
They
I
had.
never
I
went in there,
remember
that's pretty
years and years ago when I was about. Fuck, when did Fellowship come out?
Oh god, it must have been about 2001, 2002.
2001, something like that. So it was not long after that came out, and in then toy section, like for everything was £1. It was a little Mount Doom, about the size of my palm. And it lit up, like took a little tab out, and when you
like
put
a mood lighting
it had a one ring on a chain,
and
and
so
that was
cool.
in the top of it. So when
That's
you put that in, it would light up. And I still got the one ring now. Obviously, all the gold is worn off. It's just a little bronze ring now. But it was class. It was a nice
That's
little.
amazing. I'm gonna look see if we can find that now.
Such a shitty little toy, but it was so good for what it was like.
Well, change of subject. I found the other day. I started collecting my Bionicle figures again, like the Rakshi.
I never did that.
So I bought two of them off eBay, Vurak and Gurak, and I was going through like the cupboard the other day, and I actually found I found one because like my Bionicle didn't come with the little alien thing that's meant to go on the top,
Oh right.
and it cost like £9 for two of them. And I went in my wardrobe the other day and found in pieces the black one,
Nice.
all like more or less brand new. Even the comic book thing that came with is still sealed.
Shit.
And I was so fucking gutted.
Did you ever?
Because like now it's there. Like, if anyone wants to buy it,
Yeah.
let me know. 50 quid. But
Did you ever see the Bionicles movie, Masquerite?
yes, loved
Yeah.
it.
That was.
It's on YouTube, by the way.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Is it?
I was watching
Oh,
it the other day.
sick. That's-
Amazing. I'm gonna watch that.
That was.
My night is sorted for tonight. I might
that
watch
was
it again.
such
I
a
loved
class
Yeah.
film. That
Good
was.
film there.
it. Because
They made more. They made like series and everything, but they just weren't as good.
Bionicle could have been a really good video game as well.
I think there
They
was,
did,
there was
they-
a game, but I think it was it was so poor.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You could do a good one.
Yeah.
Though.
That's what I love with my Rakshi, though. I mean, the articulation in them was godly.
Ah, yeah, but that they don't count because that's like a complete
Lego,
thing
innit?
on its own. Yeah, like the little ball joints and they
Yeah,
True. Yeah.
make anything move with ball joints, man.
that's true. They are beasts.
Yeah, no, the Bionicles were good.
I do miss Bionicle figures in a way.
I will say something I do want to get. Go back to Lotro is the replica weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
When
I got a Lancer from Gears.
Lancer.
He does. No, he does. Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's massive.
It's huge.
Yeah,
it's
I've
ridiculous.
seen some.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I want to get. Have you played Darksiders?
Yeah, a
You
little
play as
bit.
War Sword, Soul Eater. You can get replicas of that.
Is it?
It's fucking
That's
massive
pretty
for that big is. Like you can get one made of like foam and everything, but
just pre-ordered Doom Eternal.
Oh, you did, did you?
For the collector's edition, so I get the Praetor helmet.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
How much that cost you?
200 quid. But I'm also pre-ordering the limited edition. I'm also pre-ordering the limited edition for SpongeBob, Battle for Bikini Bottom. You get the standard edition, and you get the fun edition. Now, the fun edition comes with the Holy Trinity of SpongeBob.
It's actually what it's called, the fun edition.
The fun edition.
Amazing.
You get
F-U-N or fun?
F-U-N.
Do stuff together. You is for you and me.
Copyright.
Yeah, sorry, Nick.
I'm joking.
But yeah, was it the fun edition? 260 quid. You get the Holy Trinity of statues of SpongeBob, Patrick, and Sandy. 260 quid.
How much was the pre edition for Doom?
200. But I'm gonna pre-order this 260 quid. I get the statues of the Holy Trinity. I get 5 keys. I get socks. Socks, by the way.
You're obsessed with socks.
Hold on now.
Hey, the socks are cool.
You're 26, mate. 25.
Yeah? I'm 24.
You just dropped.
Oh, I'm 24.
You just dropped 260 quid.
On
460 quid off. I can't believe that SpongeBob Collection
dedicated
SpongeBob Collection Edition is more expensive than Doom Edition.
Do you know Destroy All Humans 2? The collector's edition for that is 340 quid.
Destroy All Humans 2. Not Destroy All Humans 2.
You get a backpack of crypto, a statue of crypto about up to, say, that's
60 centimeters.
Yeah, huge.
You haven't ordered that as well, do you?
No, I'm not paying that. I believe it or not, I thought I'd rather get the SpongeBob thing than that. Get the posters, get the fun edition, get my Holy Trinity of statues.
My thing, if I had the money, if I had the money and the space, I would get the Destroyers just because it was 60 centimeter statue of crypto, which looks awesome. The thing he's holding opens up, you can put things in it, the backpack, all little bits. Yeah. And just because Destroy All Humans is one of my favourite games of all time.
Well, I could say that with SpongeBob then. You're here you are, spiting me.
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
It just seems like a lot of money for a SpongeBob game.
It is a bit. I think that's like I think at the minute it's an estimated price.
Is it?
I think it'll go down.
We'll see.
I could just be a normal human being and just wait a week after it comes out and probably someone's selling the statues and eBay for $5 each.
I can't. I'm trying that's what I'm trying to do right now is trying to think of a game where I'd be willing to pay that type of money for any sort of collector's edition, and I just can't.
Yeah.
Not even Star Wars?
No. There's nothing they could put in that would make me want to spend that money, short of a 60 fucking...
the Gears one, that cost me 220 or 200 and that came with the gun, and I was like, fair play, that's a big thing, isn't it?
That's what I mean, I don't know, it just seems a bit...
And then Doom, I got the helmet. Fallout 76.
The statues.
I don't know if I get a statue there, I'll have to check.
No, I mean with the SpongeBob thing.
What about them?
How big are they?
I'll tell you now, the dimensions are on Amazon, funny enough.
Because if they're anything shorter than 20 centimetres,
I'm not going to bother. I will tell you now. Bear with.
A little bit, I really hope they are that small.
That's what I'm thinking, because to put the 3 in...
Just because, you showed me the picture and they did look...
260 quid. And the detail on them is spectacular.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say not, but...
They are. Yeah, you are right, they're 20 centimetres.
It's about the size of those.
3 of them?
3, that's what they look like.
Yeah.
That's everything you get with the collector's edition.
And the socks.
And the socks. The socks come with the limited edition, so I might just get the limited edition for 100 instead.
It's a lot of money here.
Pricey.
And do you know what they look like? They look like fish tank decorations.
They do, don't they? They do. They do, to be fair. I'm being cucked by Nickelodeon.
Please don't ever say that sentence to me again.
That's an awful... Yeah, of all the words.
Of all the companies...
conned or scammed.
Cucked by Nickelodeon.
Christ, bro.
Oh, I do not want next week a scandal come out. Nickelodeon executives arrested over cucking scandal. With child star. I do not want that in my inbox, please, Hugh.
Child star.
Arrest me from fucking Amsterdam. They caught me in Dam, boy.
Christ. Oh my god. So we're going to call it that for this week?
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, done. How much do we do?
125.
125, nice. So yeah, that's it for this week's Revanites podcast. I've been Ash Hughes. With me as always,
Dan Nedham.
And Mr.
Hugh Phillips.
Alright, don't forget to subscribe, comment on Hillrat Productions on YouTube, and we'll see you soon. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.